Welcome to a vlog, friends. I think we'll see what we can get done for a few days. Okay, and here's the handsome boy after his haircut. By the way, my name is Jody and I'm so happy you decided to join me in this video. I post lifestyle and curly hair content. The lifestyle content is on Mondays, curly hair content is usually on Fridays. So if you'd like to join me for either or both of those, I'd love to have you around. But like I said, we're going to do a couple days vlog. I've actually already gotten started. I've taken Elmo out on a walk. We did it early in the morning because with this warmer weather, we're having some really warm days right now. It's the end of May and we've had some weather in the 80s and 90s. So I think today is supposed to get up to 90 if I could talk. But like I said, since it's so warm, I just take him out earlier. He's actually due for a haircut too today, so that will help kind of keep him a little bit cooler in the future. And I need to do some things to prepare for that. But like I said, we've already gotten started. I've taken him for a walk, and because we took that walk, he got messy, and I knew that was a possibility. One of the reasons why I don't always enjoy doing it in the morning, but it's better for him. But he got really messy, so we had to get a bath. And now that we are finished with the bath, I need to do some cleaning. I need to do some vacuuming. I need to clean the bathrooms. I'm hoping I can get both of those things done today. I could potentially put one of those off till tomorrow. We'll just see what the day holds. And I do have a fun try-on haul that I would like to do later today. And because I'm trying some new clothes on, I also need to declutter some, take some things to Goodwill. And then I'd like to go to the gym. There's just a whole list of things. Like I said, tomorrow there's a lot of stuff to do. I'll take you into that as well. So let's just get started on our day. Well, like I said, I've already been started, but why don't I take you in real time through the rest of the day? This is Elmo's favorite spot, looking out the front door when I have it open. Something at his eye level that he can see out of.
Waiting for a sign to show me my way in. The only point I reach is frustration. And then back again, then back again. Trying to see why I had to lie in. Go around the moon with your heart in. Then back again, then back again. Draw your arrow back. I just want you to fly me into the sky. I'll fall but never crack. Are you dreaming of love too? Or are you still in your shadow? I know I didn't see the good between us, but tell you what, I've opened up my eyes and seen.
Okay, so I recently made an online purchase from one of the stores that I told you most of my clothing is from. I would say 90 to 95% of my clothing is from Maurice's. And so I did make a purchase. This is the first time I've made a purchase there in a long time. And I got this a few days ago and I've been itching to open it. I'm honestly not sure that I'm going to keep everything. When I was purchasing from Maurice's more often, I was very confident as to what the sizing would be for me and everything like that. But like I said, I haven't made purchases there just because I felt like I haven't really needed new clothing. I'm trying to be more of the mindset of, using what you have and everything like that. But there's been some things going on and I'm just like, you know what? I would really like some new clothes. I would really like some new options. So I did purchase 3 tops and 1 pair of jeans. So we're going to do a little try on. I think I'm going to do it in my hallway. I haven't filmed too much there, but the lighting's decent right now. So why don't we give that a try? Okay friends, here is the first piece. I should say the top and the bottom. I lied, guys. When I said that there are 3 tops, there were 4 tops. This one was underneath the package of jeans and I just didn't see it till I moved the jeans around a little bit more. But anyways, let's start out with these jeans. They are the Edgley jeans. Can you guys see that? Edgley jeans. I've never actually purchased from this brand before, but I am really enjoying it. I think they feel like they are made for me. They fit like a glove. Now for reference, I am 5'4", and these hang, if I take these sandals off here, there's just a tiny tiny bit on the ground, but not much. Most of the time, pants like this hang really long for me, or you know, I have to wear a higher heeled shoe or a thicker soled shoe. But that's not the case, and I am thrilled about that. I like the dark wash. It just looks more put together, a little bit more, I don't know, professional is the right word, just a little bit more put together than sometimes the lighter washes do. And they are high-waisted, but everything fits so well. I am loving it. I will definitely be keeping these. I think I'm actually going to be replacing these with a highly distressed skinny jean that I have. I've had these for a while, but I'm over the distressing. Why did I ever fall for that trend? I mean, am I going to do it again in the future as trends change? I may very well, but I hope I don't. I have like expanded some of this before. I'm talking way too much. You guys aren't here for all the details, but I'm getting rid of this pair of jeans. And then this sleeveless top, I do like this. I think it's just a nice casual sleeveless top. I don't know how much to say. It does have this like almost like this knitted feeling, but when I was looking through the website, and I was trying to get materials that were more like cotton materials, because I don't know that they make too much with linen from Maurice's. But anyways, this is a cotton blend, so it's 54% cotton and 44% polyester. But it does feel nice and lightweight. I like the little ruffle sleeve, and like I said, whatever, like, I don't know if it's knitting or what, but there is like a little type of design, a little weaving like here with this shirt. Once again, I am so sorry that I'm terrible at describing these things. Fashion is really not my forte. I do enjoy wearing clothes that I like, but I don't know all the trends. I don't know all the terminology for it. So you're just gonna have to deal with what you got. Me here, okay? And unprofessional at this, but just showing you what I like. Okay, so the next top I have, once again, I still have on the same pants. We're gonna keep those on. Next top I have is this, once again, I lack the words, but I don't know if you can see it because there is can you see that type of texture to the material? And it is lined as well, which I do like. There was a period of time where I felt like Maurice's was not really lining. They just wanted you to layer your own clothing, but I do like the convenience of having this already lined. I need to know, how should I style this? Should I like tuck it in? Oh, especially with a higher waisted thing. I do have some pants that aren't as high waisted, but with higher waisted ones, should I tuck it in, leave a little like this, or just do like a solid tuck in, clear across the board, maybe with a belt? I'm looking at my viewfinder here to try to see what I like as well. But you guys let me know how I should wear this. I'm kind of almost wondering though if I should size down. There is some gapping right here in this area. And typically, actually all the tops I ordered are just a small. And that's typically what I run in with Maurice's clothing. Sometimes it's extra small in the tops, so that varies a little bit, but I'm just wondering if I should have gotten an extra small in this one or not. It feels great the way it is, but I do think sometimes, or maybe it might look a little boxy right in here, but you guys let me know what you think I should do, how I should tuck it or untuck it, and if I should get a size down. All right, the next top I have is just a nice casual top, a very neutral color, I feel like, and it is 100% cotton. The previous one, like the mauve colored one, that one was like a 66% cotton blend, so the others was spandex and nylon, I believe. But this is 100% cotton. It's lightweight, got little puff sleeves for a little design, a little dimension to it. 3 cute buttons there, and it's just, once again, very lightweight. It goes well. I can tuck it in as I have it here. I'm picturing like a belt here with it, or you know, if I feel relaxed fit, I can untuck it, because I am one of those kind of girls as well. I love a nice relaxed fit. Nothing better than being comfortable in the clothes that you're in. So I'm pretty sure I am keeping this piece. The other mauve piece, I'm just not sure if I should size down in once again. And the blue striped one, I'm pretty sure I'm keeping as well. The last one, you know, I think I'm going to change my pants. I do have the idea that I'm going to just change it to something a little bit lighter, because it is a very dark top, and I just think it would accentuate it better if I changed. And all right, friends, the final top. I have this, it's a sleeveless top. This one is 100% rayon, unfortunate, but I was actually most excited about this top. And it's just cinched here with a little bit of elastic, not tight whatsoever, very comfortable. And it's got little strawberries and flowers on the design. So I think it's absolutely adorable. There is one caveat though. I'm thinking I may have to size down in this one too. The sleeves are just quite loose here on me. And I could keep pulling this down, but it's not really going to stay down. As I move around and everything like that, this is going to go in my true waist area. And there's still room, there's plenty of gap here. Like I have room to give this thing as far as that. The only area where it might get kind of tighter is where the elastic is, but this, like I said, still sits very loose on me, this elastic. It's not stretched whatsoever. But I just think that this is such a darling top. It's very summerish, and yeah, I love it. I just don't know whether to size down or not. Now, I have already picked out some things out of my closet that I'm going to be giving away, but I still think I need to do a little bit more decluttering of my closet. But let's see, what time is it? It's 11:45. I think I'm going to grab myself some lunch, take a little break, come back and do a little closet declutter, and then we'll take the stuff to Goodwill and probably go to the gym while I'm on that end of town. All right, so these are the things that I am decluttering from my wardrobe. Just a short sleeve shirt. I just never liked the cut of it. It was just very high on the sides, and just I love the coloring of it. I just don't like the cut of it. Another shirt I just don't find myself reaching for all that much. I just don't wear a lot of black. I do have a few black pieces in my wardrobe, but this is just one that I think I can declutter. Now, I've had this tank for quite a long time, but this is just one of the colors that I think I can make it work for myself, but it's not probably the best coloring for me. And so I just thought, you know, we'll get rid of this one. It's my least favorite, I think, of all my tank tops right now. So, but now I'm looking at it again, I'm like, do I really want to? I don't know. This one might be coming back in the closet. And speaking of pieces that I've had for a long time, I have had this one absolutely forever. And I keep hanging on to it because I keep saying I'm going to come back to this. And I just never do. I haven't done it for years. I haven't worn this. I'm talking maybe 10 years even. So I just need to get rid of it. And then I have just a couple like loungy pajama shorts and like spaghetti strap tank tops for this. These things are all clean. They just look wrinkly, but I'm just getting rid of these. Not the most comfortable thing for sleeping in, but maybe somebody would like it. And I have a pair of shorts here that I got rid of when I purchased my most recent pair of shorts on my thrifting haul. It wasn't actually a thrift, but this is just one of my shorter pairs, and too short for me now. And then once again, this is the skinny pair of jeans that's very distressed that I just talked about getting rid of a little bit ago. All right, change of scenery and change of outfit once again. I'm actually on my way first to the Goodwill drop off and then second to the gym. My husband's with me, he's actually driving, and my hand is probably shaking immensely with this. I'm holding the camera, but just letting you know that's what we're doing. I'm not sure how much footage I'm going to catch in the gym. It kind of just depends on how busy it is, to be truthfully honest. It is going to be a strength workout day, and so I'm going to focus on my legs and upper body as well. I finished up at the gym before my husband this time, so it's pretty busy, so I didn't get any footage out there. All right, Elmo, will you get brushed? So since I gave him his bath, I always like to brush him out. Usually I brush him out before giving him the bath. I think I heard once that you were like, it helped keep the mats, like if he did have mats already in him, which he tends to get more in the wintertime when he's wearing like sweaters and things like that, especially in his little armpit region here. But I'd heard that if you brush them out before you bathe them, it kind of helps keep the mats from like developing more, something like that. So like I said, I usually stick to that before I bathe them, but that didn't work out this time, and that's okay. And also, like I said, I don't think it should be nearly as bad right now because he hasn't been wearing any sweaters or anything like that. You smell the brush? Smell okay? All right. He's not particularly fond of being brushed. Actually, he doesn't like it whatsoever. I try to be very gentle, but you know, we do get into some tricky spots here sometimes. Like I said, that under armpit area tends to be the most delicate. And after I get done brushing him too, he always gets a treat. So he knows that will be coming, but it still doesn't make him look forward to this experience anymore. I was telling him how handsome he looked. Don't you? You'll just look so handsome after you get bathed. So fresh and fluffy and white. It's just so hard to take care of, isn't it? Yeah, it takes a lot of work. He gets groomed every 9 weeks, but I'm going to see in the summertime if I could change that to 8, because just with it being longer and him not being able to handle the heat quite as well, I thought, you know, maybe it might be beneficial. We'll see. By the way, if you hear noises over in the kitchen, it's my husband. He's getting some food prepared. So he's fixing supper for us. A chicken curry. Yum, yum, right? Yum, yum. Okay. And this is what we come away with. You want to show YouTube how you do your tricks? Sit down. Roll over. Oh, such a good boy. Yeah, such a good boy. Here, sit down. Can you give me a high five? Come on. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah. You want to jump up a little bit? Ooh, yep. See, we don't jump too much anymore. Yeah, it's hard on the old bones. It's hard on the hips, huh? There you go. Good boy. Good boy. Yes, you did a good job. I think I just put some of your treat in your fur. Oops. So much for a clean dog. Oopsie. Yeah, I gotta wash my hands, don't I? Or you'll be licking my hands. All right, it is about 3:45 in the afternoon, and I am going to, this is the first time of me opening my computer today. It's kind of nice sometimes just to take maybe the first half of the day and do stuff that I need to do, maybe around the house, running errands, whatever it is, and then opening the computer when I want to. And then other days, you know, sometimes I prefer to work in the morning and do other tasks in the afternoon. I don't know, for some reason though, for me, I feel like I could focus the best on editing in the afternoon. I just feel like that is where I'm more inclined to want to do that sort of thing. But I have a couple of videos to edit. I won't get both of them done today. If I'm lucky, I might get one curly hair video. They're both curly hair videos that I have to do. So I have my lifestyle videos caught up, which is nice because when I edit my vlogs, they just take longer. I'm not exactly sure why, if I'm just not, you know, as comfortable and familiar with the process of how to form those or what exactly, but that's okay. I'll get there. And even though it is hot, it is about 90 degrees, I do have a hot tea because I am one of those kind of gals now. My husband, he's the one who got me started on hot tea, although ironically, he just drinks black tea. I am the one who drinks all the flavors, so I am keeping it kind of in the tropical theme with the temperatures. I have a passion fruit hot tea, and yes, it is a Harney Sons passion fruit tea. All right, enough jabbering. I need to import this footage into my editing app and just get busy. Okay, it's been a couple hours. I was able to get that video completely edited and I proofed it, and now I'm working on uploading it. No, I'm downloading it first and then I'll upload it. Anyways, all I have to say, it is supper time now. So my husband, like I said, had been fixing supper. It's a chicken curry and he also made okra. Sometimes I'm kind of funny about okra. The way he cooks it, a lot of times I enjoy it on the first day, but he actually made this yesterday, but it's still, I sampled it and it still tastes good because I just don't like the sliminess of okra. And I find that it usually develops as the days go on, but I don't notice it like the first day necessarily, but it tastes good today. So I'm excited and I'll show you my food, like what I'm having for supper. I already told you about it, but we also have a storm coming in. So we're probably gonna be able to watch that come in as we're eating because we have like a big table, or I'm sorry, a big window here by our dining room table. Okay, clouds don't look quite as dark now as it did earlier, but the wind is definitely there, blowing through our walnut trees. And the clouds definitely look darker in person. It should start raining pretty soon. And then this is the chicken curry, like I said, as well as the okra. Yum, yum. I have, by the way, it's a very tiny chicken leg. They aren't all that small. This is the smallest one, but it'll do. Good morning, friends. It is Wednesday morning and I just arrived at the groomers. I'm getting ready to take Elmo in. It is raining and I hope it's not going to be raining all day. I got to check the forecast on that, but if it is, I guess there's nothing I can do about it anyways. I'm going to give you one last shot of the before, and then like I said, I'm going to drop him off at the groomers. It takes about a half hour because like I said, I've bathed him already, so all I have to do is trim him, like trim his hair, trim his nails, and that's pretty much it. I feel like pretty low maintenance, so it only takes him a half an hour. And I'll pick him up and we'll see the after. Elmo, one last before the handsome boy? Oh, very good. You're very handsome. Okay, so I've already dropped Elmo off. I went and parked at a park and I'm going to read a book. Like I said, it only takes about a half hour at the groomers. And I'm reading by Laura France. This was the last author that I showed a book that I was reading of hers. And this is The Rose and the Thistle. It's a good book. However, I do read right before bed most of the time, but I find it puts me to sleep faster than any book I've read that I can think of in a long time. Whether that's good or bad, I mean, the goal is to go to sleep when I'm in bed. It's set in the early 1700s in England and Scotland, and so she incorporates a lot of like the Scottish accent, and so it just takes me a little bit longer sometimes to translate in my brain what the Scottish accent is actually saying, but I don't think that's actually the problem. Like, why I tend to fall asleep so fast reading this, I don't know. I'm still enjoying it, so I'm going to take, like I said, about a half hour to read that. I'll pick Elmo up. I have to go back home and then go to clients real quick after this. And then we're going to be doing a video, like a hair video. I have already washed my hair yesterday and I didn't put anything in it, and I will be styling it today for the video. I'm not sure I'm going to really show any behind the scenes of that. I feel like I've incorporated that into several of my vlogs more recently. So I am just going to be probably picking up the camera a little bit later this afternoon and catching up with you at that point. Oh, I also will insert an after of Elmo, so at some point here too. So you could definitely see, let me know which haircut or which way you like his hair better. Do you like it with a longer look or with a shorter look? I'm going with a shorter look. He's getting the crew cut basically today because it's in the summertime and I want him to stay nice and cool, more fresh. But let me know which one you like better. Okay, and here's the handsome boy after his haircut. Yeah, she's looking handsome, as always. She always puts a little bandana scarf-like thing around him. It's usually seasonal, so. Alright, let's head home. Alright, I am currently in the middle of filming a hair video. You can see I have everything set up there, and I've just finished drying my hair, and I'm going to actually have some lunch, just give my hair a little bit more time to air dry, and then I'll just show you what I'm having actually. Now, I don't know if I'm the only person who does this, but if I have just one portion left in like a casserole dish, I'll just heat it up in that rather than putting it on a plate. No sense dirtying extra plate or anything like that. So I have a ground turkey and sweet potato casserole, and I also have some peas and carrots in here too that I didn't originally cook with it. It may be more than what I actually need for lunch, but I'll be pretty close to finishing it off. All right, I just got back from the store. Sorry I didn't take you grocery shopping with me, but I think I said this all right. I've taken you the last several times. I feel like I've gone grocery shopping, so I don't think you need that whole experience, but I will give you a grocery haul. I didn't actually purchase a ton of stuff, but just a few things to get us by, and we are making a meal tonight to take over to my husband's son because they did have their baby a week ago, so we are making them food as well. But yeah, just a few things, so let me show you the haul. All right, we have an English cucumber, avocado, onions, cream cheese, gloves, strawberries, cottage cheese. We got some good old ice cream back there, mixed veggies, okra, some tomatoes for the meal that we're making tonight, bananas, potatoes, black pepper, ground turkey, and a little ginger. Good boy. Better bring it here. You're such a strong boy. Yeah. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Oh, you're such a good boy. Yeah, such a good boy. Okay, he wasn't really playing much earlier, but this little rabbit on the floor there to the left, or to the right, sorry, to the right just a little bit, has been his favorite. I should have pulled that one out. But now that I pulled out the camera, he actually stopped playing. You're just resting your chin on your teddy bear, Elmo? Alright, it is about 2:40 and I'm just getting started on editing for the day, and I don't know, I might get a couple hours in, but we are taking a meal later to family that just had the baby. So I'm doing, what is it, the Rizzo's curls? Yeah, I'm doing the hard hold gel. I'm editing that video. And you're not going to see that one for quite some time yet, I feel like. I don't remember the exact date that one's coming out, but I've said before on my curly videos, I like to edit those ahead of time, or I like to film and edit those ahead of time. So I have a back stock of those for like a good month, maybe a month and a half, and even 2. I don't like to get too much beyond 2 months ahead of time or ahead of schedule. If you can hear my husband in the kitchen, you know, he's busy cooking. So he is making the meal. He's making an Indian dish for the family. But the vlogs that you guys are seeing, like this one that I'm doing right now, that's just like a week or 2 ahead. So not a huge time gap in that one. All right, now it is almost 9 o'clock. We've had supper, we've done our devotions. I'm getting ready to take my shower here. And then this is not exactly how I wanted to be ending my evening. I try not to do this, but I feel like I've been doing a little bit more than I went to lately. I'm going to be doing some editing. I have some stuff for another company that I just need to kind of just tweak a few things and send it to them. And it's going to be close to bedtime because I have an early start tomorrow plus a long day at my other job. And so, yeah, I need to get that done though. First though, we need to get the shower.